This is Bill Hornbarger, Chief Investment Officer at Benjamin F. Edwards, with three things to watch for the week of August 4th, 2025. Well, we had a really busy week last week, and this week will not have as much data, but still a very critical week. We've got 5 Federal Reserve speakers on the tapes, and this comes the week after the Fed decided to leave interest rates unchanged at their last meeting. Coming out of that meeting in the press conference, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell stated the employment market remains strong, labor is on solid footing. And then 2 days later, we get the July employment report, which was weaker than expected and included large downward revisions to previous months. So clearly the labor market not quite as strong as everybody thinks. So we'll listen to what the Fed speakers have to say. One of them is Michelle Bowman. And she was one of the 2 voters that dissented at the last meeting. She actually was calling for a 25 basis point cut. And she was one of 2 that did that. So it'll be really interesting to see what her comments are. Earnings continue to roll in this week. We're about 2/3 of the way through in terms of S&P 500 companies reporting second quarter earnings. We've got about 30 companies report this week, names like AMD, Caterpillar, Eli Lilly, McDonald's, Walt Disney will all be on the tapes. Again, with about 2/3 of the companies in, earnings surprises are running about 82%. So again, 82% of companies that have reported a positive surprise. Earnings coming a little bit stronger than expected, which again, in and of itself is supportive of the market. And then we will get a little bit of data this week. Probably the highlights will be factory orders and also the ISM services survey. Factory orders ex transportation expected to be up about 0.2%. The ISM services survey expected to be above 50. Again, those are consistent with what we've seen. Even with the downward revisions to the employment report, the GDP trackers are still tracking towards about a 2% GDP print for Q3, and both the factory orders number and the ISM number would be consistent with that.